So, funny story. This episode was actually meant to be recorded back in Friday and posted the following day. It's Tuesday, and the reason why this episode is taking so long is for multiple reasons. One, OBS decided to crap out on me and just not save this video at all, even though I specifically hit record, but hey, it's really dumb. And then I ended up going on a trip on Saturday, which kept me from recording anything. And then, not only that, but I left my laptop at the airport, so it had to get mailed to me, and it just arrived finally. So, yeah, that's why it's been so long. It's taken so long for me to make another video. Anyways, hey everybody, it's Mega Lega Luigi EX. Welcome back to more Shovel Knight Shovel of Hope. In the last episode, we went through the armor outpost and met some people that offered us some upgrades and things like that. Got a new piece of armor. Met one guy who, let's just say he's very fond of his hats. Anyways, in this episode, we're gonna go to the Iron Whale Lair of Treasure Knight, and yeah, you can tell this is a second attempt at trying to make this video because, well, I've already gotten all the stuff here, so yeah, boy. Anyways, so we got our own obligatory water level, which, I mean, I both like and don't like. It's a well-made level, but water levels just, I don't know. I mean, I think we can all agree that they're just really oof. That's the best way I can describe it. Anyways, we got two new enemies here. The first one is this guy that I just knocked around. This is called the Hermit Ak. And basically, they crawl around on the ground and the walls, and they take one hit to kill. However, while they might disappear, their shells do not, and you can basically hit them and they bounce all around the walls. And then these guys right here are called Gob Condos, right? Yep, Gob Condos. And they take two hits to kill instead of just one. That's why it's best to use like the charged attack. I need a Hermit Ak to break that dirt block up there because I cannot use it with my shovel blade. Anyways, the Gob Condos will shoot out like these balls of energy or whatever, and you can actually deflect them back and hit those balls of energy back to the Gob Condos. Crap. Or like oh, sorry. And then back to other enemies. Come on. Bruh, it's just going back to the exact same location. Come on. There we go. Little by little, and it's dead. Oh, and the Hermit Axe shells can also, oh boy, thought I was about to die there because I almost had a misinput. Anyways, the Hermit Axe can also kill enemies, so they're very useful in a large area of enemies that you just want to get rid of. Alright, then, there we go, that's what you gotta do. In order to get up here. And we have another version of the Hermit Axe. These are called metal Hermit Axe, and they, as you can see, are completely invincible. I've also heard them referred to as metal. I mean, no, I just called them metal Hermit Axe. I've heard them referred to as gray Hermit Axe as well. Like, I don't know, the Shovel Knight wiki refers to them as both. So, I don't know, I mean, metal Hermit Axe makes more sense. But, yeah, they're completely invulnerable. You cannot hit them or hurt them in any way. Just bounce off of them, and that's it. And yet another new enemy is the purple gold armor. And they will basically, well, I mean, you can just beat them up with these Hermit Axe shells. That's like their best way to beat them. But I was looking down at my phone, checking my notes, so that's why I died. Let's try that again. So purple gold armors are they behave like regular gold armors, except they throw this large anchor in like a what's the best way to what's a term I'm looking for? In an upward arch through the air, and then they dive down. That's their main difference. Other than that, they behave just like regular gold armors. So they do now. They have like a ranged attack, sort of. I mean, it's not the best ranged attack, obviously. But hey, it can get the drop on you and screw you over if you're in a bad spot. And these eels are called surprises, like serpent and surprise. It's a pun. And they basically they are normally invisible, but if you jump over their spawn, if you like walk over their spawn point, they will appear and will slowly chase after you, and they take 2 hits to kill. And they can be kind of annoying if you don't know where they are. This thing can be kind of annoying since it's right above a bottomless pit, and then to your right is a bunch of spikes. So yeah, I recommend being cautious in that area. Yeah. So yeah, the surprises can be kind of annoying if you don't know where they are. They get the jump on you, but as that one just showed, not all of them are like hidden. Not all of them are invisible and would try to sneak on you. And then right here we have yet another new enemy, a Gulper Mage. These guys have 4 hit points, and they will basically float around and then summon a barrier of like green energy or whatever. I don't know. Kind of like I jumped though. Whatever. They basically, it's kind of like Reese's attack where he uses a bunch of like fireballs as barriers. And then he'll like, except the Gulper Mage will actually shoot these things out at you. But the best strategy is literally just to shovel drop onto them, and either you'll knock out their like green orbs, or they'll just come flying up to you and right into the shovel, so you're not going to get hurt at all. So they're pretty easy, just unless they're S button work with me. Sorry, my keyboard's been out of whack. And then we have, once again, a new enemy. Just one after another after another. These are called... What? My keyboard is out of whack. Anyways, so yeah, those tentacle things, those are called Graps, and they have 1 hit point and are completely invincible except for the end. That has like that eye thing, I guess. I don't know. Is that supposed to be an eye, or like, I don't know. They remind me of the blooper tentacles from Super Paper Mario in Chapter 3, where basically you're going around and these random tentacles keep showing up, and like you know that they're like blooper tentacles. By the way, you want to make sure you go over here because this will lead to one of the music sheets of the level. Anyways, yeah, and then once you reach the end of the stage, you end up fighting that blooper. And so I always wondered, oh, is that when I first played this game, I thought there was going to be something similar, where like you'd encounter all of these tentacles. Yeah, the music sheet is actually right here, not in that chest. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, we'd end up fighting a squid boss. Like, that would be like the mini boss of the stage. But no, actually, it's its own separate enemy. So I might guess it's just that it looks like a tentacle, but it's like a eel-like thing. I don't know. I don't know. A squid boss would be pretty interesting in Shovel Knight. What do you guys think? Come on, there we go. Just spam your shovel, your dig slash until you kill it. But yeah, and here's showing that, yeah, they are completely invincible. Oh boy. I want to be careful here. I pressed the wrong button. God! Jeez, I'm an idiot. Oh man. I'm repenting for screwing up and not being able to upload a video like several days behind schedule. Oh man, like I had actually meant to make videos for this episode, like for the weekend and yesterday, which is Monday. But no, considering how far behind schedule I am, I'm gonna have to, like, I wasn't going to make an episode for today or Christmas Day, because obviously, you know, Christmas Eve and Day and all that. But considering that how far I'm behind, I'm gonna have to do that. So, Merry Crimbus, this is your gift from me, is 2 videos on days that I didn't plan on. Yeah, anyways, we're gonna use the phase locket. That's what I'm trying to do in the first place. And go down here. And if you didn't go through that little alcove, that hidden area in the beginning of the level, this would be your first encounter with the metal Hermit Axe. No. With my current track record, I do not want to break any of those checkpoints. So instead of having a squid as the mini boss, we have this guy. It's called a Teethalon, and these things, like it basically chases you around, and you got like this little platforming section. I gotta avoid it. Kind of reminds me of the that dragon boss from Mega Man 2, I think, where you basically got to fight it and you got to fight it and like it's chasing you at the same time. Y'all know what I'm talking about, obviously. Anyways, so tangents aside, with this guy, now that we've reached this area, we can actually start hurting this guy, because its weakness is that orb. You know, like it's an angler. It's a type of anglerfish. So you just gotta jump and slash at it multiple times, and then while this would be where we get our relic, but obviously since I did this boss already, we already got it. The throwing anchor, yeah, it's literally just the anchor that the purple gold armors use. Actually, the throwing anchor would be very helpful in the Teethalon boss fight, but I didn't show that because I didn't want to show, because like normally you wouldn't get the throwing anchor until after you fight the Teethalon. So yeah. Also, those guys that are coming out of its mouth, those tiny little fish, are called mini anglers. Kind of remind me of Georg from Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, you know, like at one point it starts spewing out a bunch of little tiny shark things from its mouth. Kind of creepy if you ask me. Just die already. Also, the throwing anchor can be pretty helpful against these guys if you don't epically fail. Ow. Gotta go through here and get our second music sheet. So yeah, that's how you get the oh boy, wanted to show what this was real quick. Come on. Come on. Golden fish there. Oh boy. Oh god. You see how difficult this would be? We already have enough money, so screw it. Alright, can I make this? Yes, I can. Alright. Anyways, these things are called torpedoes. You see this red lever? Hit it, and we go flying. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, so these new enemies right here, not the Gob Condos. The other guys, these... thought I had my throwing anchor on. Sure, let's go fishing right on the dirt. These guys are called Mantars. Combo. They basically just swim around. They only have, in a specific direction, they only have 1 health, and they can be easily taken down with a throwing anchor. So, for any of you guys who have just absolutely hate Mantine, you can just take out your rage with these guys. So, yeah. Alright, now we're actually in the Iron Whale itself. We were... ow. Yeah, those torpedoes can hit you and hurt. No! Okay, how did I not die? I mean, water physics, I guess. But yeah, we're finally in the Iron Whale itself. Like, we were on it in the beginning of the level, but then we got off, and then we were underwater. So, now we are in... Uh-oh. Alright, this guy's throwing anchor can actually be pretty hard to deal with. Oof. Since we're in such a tight space, the throwing anchor might actually, be the best to use, because everything else would just bounce off on the ceiling. Whew, that was a close one. And you obviously can't jump over it, because, you know, can't really do that much. But yeah, we're finally on the Iron Whale itself. We've just been underwater the whole time. Good thing I have the final guard. I'm sorry that I've been that bad this episode. Oh boy. Oh man. I'll be honest, like part of that is part of the reason why this is probably, well, it is one of, I don't know if it would be my all-time least favorite level of this game. Yeah, I guess, yeah, it would. It would. Yeah. Just because there are, like, quite a few things that you can just easily die on if you're not paying attention, like that right there. I know that, you know what? Screw you. Obviously it's like, it's not like I'm whining, I'm like, this is hard, but like, you can actually die from that. If you are a little bit off and you stay hanging against the wall and you don't hold right, you can die from that. Here we got these anchors that drop down, and don't follow them into the void, because they do go out of bounds, so you will still die even if they're down there. So I advise you not to go. Come on. Can I? Aw, dang, you can time it right so that the anchor actually kills these guys. Hilarious and also efficient as they insta-kill. Like that. And, oh, no, the treasure's still here. Alright. And now we want to be very careful not to get hit. And get up here. Actually, this would be a good time for the... ow, rude. To just utterly fail at using the Chaos Sphere. Whatever, Charge Shot works. I'm just gonna use it. We got a crap ton of money from there. Hey, don't call him Treasure Knight for nothing. Look at that, we started at like 88,000, 8,800, I mean, gold, and we're already at 14,000. I'm charging my attack. Jeez, why won't it let me do that? I don't know. Although, I'm gonna admit, this is a pretty crappy submarine if half of it is submerged in water. Like, I don't think that's, beneficial. Oh, and all that stuff in the background is money. All that's gold. Alright, now we're at the last area. And gotta time these right and keep nudging yourself to the right so you don't fall off. And then, time for a boss. My gems, my vessel, my ocean, your very presence tarnishes. You are to lay claim to the sea itself? Your greed knows no bounds, treasure knight. Your hands are no less dirty. Even now, others are paying for your avarice. Let us duel. Winner take all. Here we go. Time to fight Treasure Knight. And he's going to start by shooting out his anchored gun from his cannon. Yeah. I don't know if he's actually meant to be referencing like this one enemy from BioShock. Yeah, that's in this giant underwater suit or whatever. Oh, wow. Well, there goes my strategy. Yeah, that's part of the reason why I'm not a fan of this stage, because Treasure Knight is actually really easy. Because, well, I was going to explain my strategy for it, which is he can basically use his anchor to grapple up and down, and not just sideways. He can also slam down on the ground, and I'm just walking around because I really have nowhere to go. Because on my first attempt here, we got a meal ticket, and so I already used it, and then I already turned in all the music sheets. So I'm just gonna walk around and do randomness. But yeah, Treasure Knight will also slam down on the ground, and he can cause basically a shockwave of coins to appear, which can hurt you. They're actually very hard to dodge unless you're literally right next to him, and it's very finicky with that. But yeah, and so that thing that he threw right at the end is called a suction chest, and that'll basically like try to pull you into the center and then damage you, but he just stands there while that's happening, so you can literally just run up to him and then just wail at him with shovel drops. So honestly, he's not hard at all. Like, if you don't know his attacks, then he can be pretty tricky, but other than that, he's not hard at all. And I also got the Conjurer's Coat in the last episode, which is what we'll be using later. I think I also got the second shovel upgrade, which I think was that the charge? Yeah, it was the charge thing, which is basically hold down attack and then just swipe. It does, I think I might have mentioned this in the last episode, but it basically does double damage and it can pierce through defenses. It's very good against gold armors. So yeah. Anyways, so yeah, Treasure Knight, he's very easy. The only time I'd see anyone having trouble on him is if you don't know his attacks at all. So I guess with that out of the way, we're gonna, yeah, it's gonna be it for this episode. So next time on Shovel Knight, Shovel of Hope, we're gonna go to the Lost City, Lair of Mole Knight.